This is Secrets of Astrology YouTube channel and you are watching Bhava Sindhu series by astromaster UK Jha. This series consists of lessons on applied astrology to understand how to analyze astrological combination in a horoscope for revealing specific subject or area in life of a nativity.
Welcome friends in the Bhava Sindhu series session of SAW, Secrets of Astrology. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic of mantra. In this aphorism, we will see as to what are the factors that enable a person to have or to become an excellent performer of mantric power or the power of mantra. As you have seen earlier also, and as the motive of this series, we will have to see what are the factors involved for giving a good mantra power to the native. So here also the basics has to be looked into. This combination goes like लग्न और लग्नेश पर शनि रंध्रेश की छाप, आत्मज में हो राहु तो मंत्र का बढ़े प्रताप. I repeat this aphorism again. लग्न और लग्नेश पर शनि रंध्रेश की छाप, आत्मज में हो राहु तो मंत्र का बढ़े प्रताप. I am giving the meaning of the words used here. Randhresh means the lord of the 8th house, because 8th house is also called Randhra. Atmaj is the name of the 5th house, because Atmaj means son. So 5th house signifies progeny, that's why it is also called Atmaj. Therefore, the meaning of this aphorism would be that the native would be an adept for incantation of power of mantra should the lagna and the lord of lagna be under the influence of Saturn and 8th lord, while Rahu is located in the 5th house of his chart at the time of the birth. So here the factors taken for composition of this aphorism are Lagna, the lord of Lagna, planet Saturn, lord of 8th house, and planet Rahu located in the 5th house. The influence of these planets and lords on Lagna and Lagna lord would increase the potential of the native for following the path of practice that would arise the power of mantra in him. Now let us go into the detail for analysis of this aphorism. As we know, Lagna and the Lord of Lagna represents the self of the native. Because ultimately the mantric power has to be aroused in the native himself, so involvement of Lagna and Lagna Lord becomes quite essential here. Again, in astrology, as we know, the planet Saturn is considered to be a recluse, a sannyasi. So it is also called the celestial anchorite, and it signifies asceticism. As a matter of fact, Saturn gives the sense of sacrifice. The path of sadhana or the practice of meditation and penance, etc., need lots of sacrifices from the native. This includes the sacrifice of all the worldly desires, sacrifice of all the ambitions, sacrifice of sense of all types of belongingness, and ultimately the sacrifice of self into the Atma Yajna, that is Habnam, within himself to become non-dual with the Supreme Self. Let me tell you here that the sacrifice or the Habnam that we do and the oblation that we offer into the Habnam on external plane is basically symbolic to the sacrifice made into the Habnam inside, that is Atma Yajna. And there oblation has to be made of all desires, ambitions, belongingness, wishings and willings, and all types of attachments, so that the aspirant can become totally non-attached, to have himself completely merged deity. Without all this, without reaching such a stage, it is not possible to have the power of mantra arising. The next factor is the eighth law. So, in this aphorism, eighth lord has been included. So, while on one hand, Saturn, influence of Saturn on Lagna and Lagna lord fills the natives with the sense of sacrifice. On the other hand, the energy field of the eighth house, which is suffused with the currents of mysticism, directs the native towards performing penance in a squarely non-attached manner. I would like to tell you that all that belongs to the ethereal realms actually belong to the 8th zone of the zodiac. It is in fact the ground from where the seeds of fecundation of mantra and all types of penance get strength. So, influence of a strong 8th Lord is essential on Lagna and Lagna Lord, so that native can find himself heavily inclined towards the path of spiritualism. The involvement of the energy of the 8th belt of the horoscope is therefore extremely essential in this type of combination for acquisition of power of mantra. So, the Lord of 8th house has been included here because it carries the currents of religious practices and rituals essential for invocation of mystic powers. When these planets would influence the Lagna and its Lord, the tendency of the native for penance and meditation would increase in multifarious ways. He would heavily lean towards the path of spiritualism. Now the other factor are Rahu deposited in the 5th house, that is 5th house. Why 5th house? The 5th house has been taken here because it signifies the mantra. And Rahu, as you all know, is said to be a tantric planet. So while the 5th house stands for mantra power, Rahu, which is called a tantric planet, is essential in this combination, and Rahu sitting in the 5th house would also aspect the Lagna, and therefore it will influence Lagna. All this will work to increase the interest of the native into Tantra philosophy. Mantra or recitation of mantra is an inseparable constituent of Tantra practice. This is known to all. Every disciple gets a mantra from his guru. Why the mantra is given to the disciple? It is because the vibration of mantra arose due to recitation of the vibration aroused due to recitation of mantra activates the nadi network in the body of the aspirant and dispels the worlds of dispels the waves of all the worldly attachments and enjoyments. He feels completely detached from the sensual worldly desires. About the Nadi network, I have already spoken in some other audio. When this Nadi network gets activated because of the vibration created by the mantra, the body of the sadhaka becomes gradually fit for awakening of the Kundalini. Now, being located in the fifth house, Rahu would lead the native towards the practice and recitation of mantra in proper manner. And because of the combined effects of all these forces, leaning towards the spiritualism and incantation of mantra, the potential of the native to perform the practice of mantra during penance and meditation would be increased manifold. Therefore, he would become a siddh or an accomplished performer of mantra. So that is the purport or the underlying principle behind formulation of this type of astrological combination, and it will enhance the power of mantra within the native. In other words, we can say that when such type of influences on Lagna and Lagna Lord are seen, we may say that this native would start getting the effects of mantra at the very early stage of his tantric practice. That's how this aphorism has been formulated. Thank you.